I must see her again before I go, and make arrangements for another bunbury. There she is.
Oh, I merely came back to water the roses. I thought you Uncle Jack.
He's going to order the dog cart for me.
Is he going to take you for a nice drive?
He's going to send me away.
Then have we got to part?
I'm afraid so. It's very painful parting.
It's always painful to part from people whom one has known for a very brief space of time. The absence of old friends one can endure with equanimity. But even a momentary separation from anyone to whom one has just been introduced is almost unbearable.
Thank you.
The dog cart is at the door, sir.
If we can wait a minute for 5 minutes.
Yes, miss.
I hope, Cecily, I shall not offend you by stating quite frankly and openly that you seem to me the visible personification of absolute perfection.
I think your frankness does you a great credit, Earnest. I will copy them off to my diary.
Do you rarely keep a diary? I envy to read it. May I?
Oh, no. You see, it is simply a very engrossed report of its own thoughts and impressions, and is consequently meant for publication. When it appears in volume form, I hope you all will order a copy. Pray, Ernest, don't stop. I delight in taking down dictation. I reach absolute perfection. You can go on now, I'm quite ready for more. Oh, don't cough, Ernest. When one is dictating, one should speak fluently, and not cough. Besides, I don't know how to spell a cough.
Cecily, ever since I first looked upon your wonderful and incomparable beauty, I have dared to love you wildly, passionately, devotedly, hopelessly.
I don't think you should tell me that you love me wildly, passionately, devotedly, hopelessly. Hopelessly doesn't seem to make much sense, does it?
Cecily.
The dog cart is waiting, sir.
Tell her to come round next week, at the same hour.
Yes, sir.
Uncle Jack would be very much annoyed if he knew you were staying on to next week, at the same hour.
I don't care about Uncle Jack. I don't care about anyone in the whole world but you. I love you, Cecily. You will marry me, won't you?
Silly boy. Of course! Why, we have been engaged for the last 3 months.
For the last 3 months?
Yes. It will be exactly 3 months on Thursday.
But when did we first get engaged?
Well, ever since dear Uncle Jack first confessed to us that he had a younger brother, it was very wicked and bad. You, of course, formed the chief topic of conversation between myself and Miss Prism. And, of course, a man who is much talked about is always very attractive. One feels there must be something in him after all. I dare say it's foolish in him, but I fell in love with you, Ernest.
Darling! But when was the engagement actually settled?
On the 14th of February last, when out by your entire ignorance of my existence, I determined to end the matter, one way or the other. And after a long stroke of myself, I accepted you. And the dear flowers here. The next day, I bought the little ring in your name, and this is the bangle that true love is not, but I promise you always to wear.
Did I get you this? It's very pretty, isn't it?
Oh, yes. It's wonderfully good taste in it. It's the excuse I've always given for your leading such a bad life. And this is the box in which I keep all your dear letters.
My letters! But Cecily, I've never written you any letters.
You can hardly remind me of that, Ernest. I remember only too well that I was forced to write your letters for you. I wrote always 3 times a week and sometimes oftener.
Oh, do let me read them.
I couldn't possibly. They'd make you far too conceited. The 3 you wrote me, after I'd broken off the engagement, are so beautiful and so badly spelled that even now I can hardly read them without crying a little.
But was our engagement ever broken off?
Of course it was. On the 22nd of last March. You can see the entry if you like. Okay. Today I broke off my engagement with Ernest. I feel it is better to do so. But it still continues to be charming.
But what on earth have I done? I have done nothing. I'm very much hurt indeed to hear that you broke it off. Particularly when the weather was so charming.
Well, it would have hardly been a really serious engagement if it hadn't been broken off at least once. But I forgave before the week was out.
Cecily, you are a perfect angel!
You're a romantic boy. I hope your head goes naturally, does it?
Yes, with a little help from others.
I'm glad.
Cecily, you'll never break off an engagement again.
I don't think I could break it off, now that I've actually met you. Besides, of course, there is a question of your name.
Oh, yes, of course.
Now, you must not laugh at me, darling. It's always been a girlish dream of mine to love someone whose name is Earnest. There is something in that name that seems to inspire absolute confidence. I pity any poor married woman whose husband is not called Earnest.
But do you mean to say you could not love me if I had some other name?
But what name?
Oh, any name you like. Algernon, for instance.
But I don't like the name of Algy.
But my own dear, sweet, loving little darling, I can't possibly see why you should object to the name of Algernon. It isn't at all a bad name. In fact, it is a rather aristocratic name. More than half the chaps who get in bankruptcy court these days are called Algernon. But seriously, Cecily, if my name was Algy, couldn't you love me?
I might respect you, Ernest. I might admire your character, but I feel I should not be able to give you my undivided attention.
Cecily, your rector here is, I suppose, thoroughly practiced in all the rites and ceremonials of the church.
Oh yes, Dr. Chaswell is the most learned man. He's never written a single book, so you can imagine how much he knows.
I must see him at once, on the most important business. I mean on the most important person in business.
Oh.
I shan't be away more than half an hour.
Considering that we've been engaged since February the 14th, and that I only met you today for the first time, I think it's rather hard that you should leave me for so long a period as half an hour. Couldn't you make it 20 minutes?
I'll be back in no time.
What an impetuous boy he is. I like his hair so much.